All right, guys, so here's the video that I said I'd post. It was actually a lot easier to replace this old distributor with a Pertronix system. So if you look here in this distributor, there's this screw right here and that screw right there. When this is slid into the distributor, you have two screws from the outside of the distributor that hold this in place, and that was the hardest thing to do. So let me see if I can find it for you, show you here. So let's get this out of the way. That's one screw right there. All right, and as you can tell, it's kind of tight in there. You can't get a regular screwdriver in there. And then I'll show you the other side. So there's the other side of the distributor, and you can tell that's kind of a pain to get into as well, but you can do it. Let me show you what I used. I have this little ratchet set from a company called Wera, and you can put just about any little socket in there, and it's got a little thumb drive so you can get to it with your fingers if you need to. And it comes with all different size sockets. Socket fits right, the ratchet fits right in there. It's got a little screwdriver that you can put any of these into. I've used this a lot, and you can get them in standard or metric. And I was able to get in there and undo those screws to take that the guts out. The old distributor, the old guts fit in here, and there's just, this pops right in there. This sleeve comes right off. So you undo those two screws. The other thing you need to do is you need to undo this vacuum advance arm. All right. So you have to take off the little ring snap here, and there's a washer underneath there. So I did that first. I took off the old unit, took that completely off from the old one. Then I could get to this, took that ring snap off, that cotter ring or whatever you call it. And then down in here, if you can see, there's a screw there, and there's one on the other side. And once again, I use that Wera little screwdriver that you have a ratchet and for. Got on each side of that vacuum advance, pulled it off, unscrewed it, pulled it out, and then I could take the old pieces out. There's two screws that held it in place, one on each side. It slid right out. Slid the new unit into place, put the grounding strap to each side, one on the ignition plate, one on the grounding plate, worked this back into place, put everything back together, and then just put the new sleeve goes on, just like that. Where'd my other parts go? Here they are. The dust cap goes right back on, and then just fit this right back in. See, where's my notch? My notch is right here, so this needs to slide over. Kind of hard to do it one-handed. Let's see here. It goes that way. There we go. There you go. Everything fit back into place. The old distributor had the red. The brown was on the negative side of the coil, and the white, honestly, I don't know where this went. It was connected up, but from what I could read, you don't need it, so I just left it disconnected. The new coil, I put a new Pertronix coil in there, and just hooked up the red to the positive side. Hooked up, I'm sorry, the red to the positive side, black to the negative side. Sucker fired right up, and it runs a lot smoother. So check it out. It's not as hard as you think it is. You can get that little ratchet from Wera online, or at usually electrician's supply warehouse. but they worked really good. I tried some stubbies. I couldn't get a stubby in on the other side. They really come in handy on the vacuum advance for those screws right down there. Give it a shot. It took me probably about an hour. You could probably do it because I had to figure out how to get everything in there. Probably figure it out and get it done a lot quicker. But enjoy.